Hello and welcome. In this video, we shall finally start learning about CSS. We have been learning HTML and I think it's time that we start learning how to style pages. Before we begin, let's review the concept for CSS once more. Basically, HTML is used to define the layout of our web pages. If we need to tell the browser that we have a button right here, then we are going to use HTML. We are going to give the name of the button, that is play, and we are then going to add another button and name that puzzles and so on. But in order to give that a style, in order to, let's say, make it, give it a white text, we need to use CSS. We can simply tell the browser to render a button using HTML, but in order to style and to lay out our page, we need to use CSS. So let's consider that we have this paragraph tag that we need to make red using CSS. The concept is very simple. In order to write CSS, we first need to add an attribute called style. So we are going to go there, add an space, and then write the name of our attribute, that is style, equal symbol, then double quotes, and between those double quotes we can write our CSS. Here we are going to define the properties of CSS. CSS has a variety of properties. As an example, if we need to give it a color, we are going to write color. We would then need to follow it up with colons. Then we can write the value of this property. As an example, if we want to give it the color of red, I am going to write color colon red. And then to close this property, we need to type semicolon. If I want to give that another property, let's try something like background color. I am going to follow the same procedure. Property name, colon, let's say orange, and then semicolon. And I can continue to add as many properties as we like. So let's stick with color only and let's try that practically. I'm going to open VS Code. Let's add a new folder. I'm going to name that CSS dash. Let's just name that colors. Select folder. Create a new HTML file. Index.html. Here I am going to generate the structure for HTML. Give that a title of CSS colors, h1 CSS colors, and then press go live. And now we are ready to start writing some CSS. Let's go back and let me make some more space over there. That's better. Now here I am going to declare my attribute of style equals to double quotation marks, and I am going to write my first property, that is color. Property name color colon, let's say red, semicolon, and then I can press tab to get out of the attribute. Let's go to the browser and check the output, and there we go, our heading has just been changed. Now let's try that once more. I am going to create a paragraph tag here. Paragraph, I am going to say make me, and let's experiment with a few colors. It's black right now, but we can change that to any color. Style, color, and I am going to give that a color of teal. Save, and our color has been changed. There are a variety of colors here that we can choose from. However, what if you wish to select a color that isn't here? Let's try that as well. P, give me a different color. We're going to go back, style attribute, color. I am going to begin with any color, let's say black, semicolon. And now in order to select a custom color, I just need to hover over the black color I added here and I can select any color that I prefer. Don't worry about this right now, I am going to explain that later. But for now, just remember that you can hover over the color to change it manually. Let's go back and we have a pinkish color over here. Now let's go back. We are going to remove everything and start from the beginning once more. Generate the structure. I am going to name it something like, let's just call it CSS colors. Okay, so I am going to create an H2 and here I am going to call it alert. Our H2 has been added and we are going to give it a reddish color in order to indicate danger. So there we go, style, color, red. I'm going to add a paragraph and let's say please do not enter without authorization, style, and here I'm going to give it a red color here as well, and then I'm going to change that to be slightly less accented. Let's move that a bit over here. Okay, I guess I probably should swap them. So let's put that RGB one here and put red here. Okay, I'm not sure if that one looks better, but anyway, let's add another H2. I'm going to call that one success. Style equals to color, and this time we're going to go with green. Let's add another p graph. Entry has been created successfully. Back again, style, color, and something like light green. Okay, this is a bit too worse. I guess that's better. So by using the color property, we can change the text on our website to be of any color. Now I understand it might seem a bit too simple, it might look unimpressive. However, once you have practiced that properly, only then you would be able to move on to the more interesting stuff. So that's it for now. Let's move on to the assignment. Once you have practiced this, you are ready to complete the assignment by yourself. And obviously, you need to design a web page using only colors. So let's go. And your assignment is to create that page we saw in the intro. It's a very simple page. We have used a variety of colors. You need to use the custom color feature to get a color closer to these. You might not be able to replicate that exactly, However, that's not an issue because we simply need to make a page that looks good and that that you can use to practice.